Good morning. Well, let me change this over here to get myself situated here for a bit. I am lost. I have lost myself. I'm watching a Christmas market somewhere here. That's me. That's me. Well, obviously I have lost that set. I'm just not going to worry about it. Let's put some kind of miracle live from Santa Claus's village in the background. I'm trying to put something on the TV over. Oops. Over there. Something to watch other than myself. There's everybody up at the North Pole. That'll do. Okay. Welcome to the north side of my bed today. My name is Gail. I am sort of, I've been confined to bed since October, so I guess I'm kind of a shut-in. And here I am. I guess it's a good day to wake up and be alive and be grateful for. Good morning, Isla. It is a National Caroling Day. I put a list of resources at my website, but also what's on there is a nice list of radio stations of just Christmas music from around the world. And I've been pairing that with my playlist of Christmas walks and Christmas lights. So it's working out quite well. But yeah, I've just a little bit set. I don't know if it's a setback in the pain thing or it's just another process. I don't want to think about it as another process in the healing thing. So I'm staying on my right side today. I think what it is I tried to do a little work yesterday and strained my neck because you can't sit. So I'm trying. I have to be good and pay attention to my own advice. So it was an interesting day yesterday, as it turned out. I waited for my email with the instructions to make whatever changes I had to make to my server, and it's going to be sometime between 7:30 and 3:30. And it came quite early, like maybe 8 o'clock. Well, saying, hey, we knew you had a hard time last time, so we just went ahead and did it for you. So I was very relieved because I was prepared for having to understand a bunch of instructions again. And there's no and the day goes on and gets more interesting, which is why I have no coffee today. At about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, bang, 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 bang on her door, and it's the manager, and I guess downstairs, the floor below us, on the second floor, is flooding, so he wants to look under our kitchen sink. Oh, yeah, everything's fine. Thank goodness I'm kind of fairly nice and clean underneath my sink. But what had happened was the suite below us, somehow, I guess a water main or something had broken underground under the building, and it's like erupting up into our apartment. So yeah, we've had no water since, well, they turned the water off about 5, I guess. We had somebody down there jackhammering to about midnight and still no water. So I think that I don't know. There's got to be a couple hundred people that live in this building. It's a 4-story building, and we've got families with children and babies and that, and having no water is it's not going to be a very good thing for very many people. Of course, I did sneak in, and I do have a pitcher of water in my fridge, but I'm going to save that for emergency. If we have to go to the store and get water, we will. But I think that they're going to want to clear this up pretty quickly. And, it's just before people got off work, and a lot worse for them. Luckily, we had our dinner. We had an early dinner about 3 o'clock, and we were all finished up for the day. But yeah, it was quite interesting. And of course, being right below me, I don't know what time they're going to start jackhammering. But let's see, I was awake from till about midnight. Woke up at 1:30 because of um, my whole system's upset now, and I didn't take my medication at the right time. Anyways, pain situation. So yeah, I've been up since 1:30, and try to work through that. I watched like um I like that Kay. That Kay, that link that I gave yesterday to the woman that live streams. I've only watched her a few times, but she was on this morning. She's really inspiring. It makes a lot of difference when you wake up to somebody who's really, I can see she's just a high school or grade 6 teacher. I can see how she makes a really, really good teacher. So she passed on the positivity today. So it's going to be a good day. And also, I'm obviously still on bed rest. The broken foot is healing. That's good news. But I'm on bed rest. I've just got to, I'm going through the discomfort of, I think, the healing process now of this infection that I've had for the last 70 something days. So I'll put up with that. And I'm listening to radio stations from around the world from the link down below. I've linked down below. Now that I've been caught up in the Whamageddon. I got wham the other day. I'm playing reverse Whamageddon. The things you do to amuse yourself when you're bedridden. What I'm doing is it's kind of like I guess a Whamageddon roulette, where I'm hear one radio station comes on, move on to the next radio station. I'm somewhere in Germany, I think, right now. And it's amazing how many times it does come up. But on my reverse Whamageddon, I scored 3 times yesterday. So okay, there's something to keep me busy if I can. Well, I don't think I'm going to have a problem staying awake, because I don't think the noise is finished. If it had finished, we would have water now. Boy, there's a lot of people in North Pole at my home. Let's see, which way am I going? There. I'm watching all these people at the North Pole. The window to your world. This is why it's really nice to be living in the age we are. Here I am. Oh, never mind my laundry, my purses. Here I am in my bed, Vancouver Island, but still I can visit the North Pole. Yeah, so it'll be that and Christmas carols all day. And I don't know if there's any other news. What else news comes in here? I watched Tanya this morning. I think you'll really enjoy her videos, Tanya FM. And from the journaling point of view, or, the video journal. But her story and her journey is, it's real. It's the real deal. You got your ups, you got your lows, you got your triumphs, you got your heartbreak. It's all there. And her being an aspiring screenwriter and actress, screenwriter, I really do hope it ends up being some popular television show of the young Ukrainian actress making it in the big city. Yeah, I like the old Christmas carols. I think I'm moving on. The next station I'm doing is actually Christmas jazz. I won't be getting the last Christmas there, so I'll have to put a time limit on. I'll just be on that station all day. And the crooners. I like the crooners too. Christmas crooners is a station from Paris. Yeah, whenever I've made these web pages about whatever, if they're about countries or cities or subjects, I try to put any related radio stations. I want to get the whole aspect of the experience, I guess. Well, yeah, it's coming in handy. I never thought here I would be, confined to my bed for months on end and not knowing how long it's going to be. But yeah, it's amazing how many things you can do to keep yourself amused. What I'd really like to do, if we could just build this challenge to sort of be a chest, because there's got to be a lot of people that can't get out and about and around, and just looking for companionship and social isolation. It's a difficult thing. You can only amuse yourself so many hours of the day. You've got to interact now and then. I mean, that's the goal. That's the goal of getting there. Why do this? Oh, my pillows are the right way. So, yeah. What else? I think that's about it's an eventful enough day without getting out of bed. So, yeah, hopefully our water will be restored soon. I mean, whatever they were trying to do last night, they were trying to do in the rain. I feel sorry for the girl downstairs. So when she came home from work, oh my gosh, her place is totally flooded. But I guess that's why you have apartment insurance. There you go. But yeah, no, I heard them. What they were saying is that they were going to have to um, jackhammer the floor and tear up the drywall behind the kitchen wall. And I'm like, oh my gosh. These things only happen like on the weekend before the holidays. So hopefully that can be rectified. I mean, how much you can't have a few hundred people going without water. Ooh. And it's not like, I can use, if we had to go because there was no water, we could use our insurance to pay for us to go hotels. Then I got a big old dog. So first of all, yeah, I don't want to take him into somebody else's hotel room. He's like, he just feels very secure in his den. Put it that way. So today, hopefully, will be just a nice, smooth day. Let's see. I watched my Emmerdale. It was a really, really, really good episode. Took place basically. There was a trial going on, so it took place in the jury room, which was an interesting take on this whole year-long story that's been building. But yeah, it was a very good episode, and still haven't got my VPN to work. I think I got to reboot my computer and maybe reinstall the app because I want to catch up on EastEnders. Christmas time, you always get the best shows. And now that I'm here, television has become my life. I've sort of mentioned that I'm doing this chat in a couple of places I go without, being bearing and overstepping my, my place or whatever. So, but and the other thing here, almost a milestone. I now have. I mean, I started this YouTube probably 2008 or something, but it was just to put old videos up. But I now have. I wrote down 94 subscribers. 6 more subscribers, I'll have 100. So that's got to be something good. I'm also watching some videos. I mean, like I can't do much. I can't sit up till I can't work. So we want watching videos on just doing the the SEO and streamlining and taking the videos that I have and just sort of so maybe that YouTube will find them more algorithm friendly, I guess. So I guess everything that I've learned from creating websites and that still applies here. But in the end of the day, you still have to have a good product. I mean, you can say whatever you want about something. If somebody's not going to enjoy the experience, why would you expect them to come back? But yeah, so trying to tap into what people want that's not triggering, like politically, or is going to invite people into to argue and stuff like that. Just a peaceful place. Need a peaceful place in the morning. Haven't checked to see if where my coffee is. Hopefully it'll get here before Amazon. I don't know if the Teamsters striking will affect us here because I know that the coffee I get comes from Canada. The importers from Ontario. So hopefully, there's everything wants to get between me and my coffee. I tell you. Isla says they're going to replace our old elevator. Oh no, next year. That could take 3 weeks or more. They want people with disabilities to go to a hotel. Would be too hard for me as I have medical equipment. Oh no. Well, they're going to have to accommodate you 100%. Um. Oh no. Yeah. No, they're going to have to accommodate you. It just, I don't know. I think you mentioned before you do have an advocate. We do need more advocates. I sure could use one. But where do you go? I mean, it's hard enough, when you have a disability and that, just to make it through the day, everything you have to do and that, you throw something like this and that's nothing under your control, and because yeah, I guess I'm surprised they haven't replaced our elevator. Mind you, I'm only on the second floor, but one guy had a temper tantrum in there and started kicking the walls 2 years ago and everything. It's been kind of iffy if you go in there or not. Yeah, yeah. How are you gonna? I mean, how are you gonna be able to get out and about though? Um, I mean, this is when we started really relying on things like, I guess, food delivery and stuff. I have been out, like I'm telling you, since October the 5th, 2 times. Oh, and I walked around my building one time. Count that too. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, 2 times because I went to the library once to return my books because that's one thing will get me out. The library did notice I'd sort of cancel. I had a few autism books on order that I'd been waiting for like quite a while, for a few months, and they noticed I was canceling them. So they did get a hold of me and say, if you can't get them back in time, don't worry. We know you have. They're so good. People are so good to you. When they know, when they're aware that, okay, I have autism, I have physical disabilities, and that they really are good. Like yesterday, the people at Hostinger, they didn't have to go and do all that work for me. But then again, I think it's all into how you treat people too. They remember, if you're kind to them, if you're appreciative, and really appreciative. And I remember, especially during COVID, I made sure that when I went shopping and that I really did say I'm really thankful for. First of all, my husband worked at Walmart at the time, and I knew how hard. And as the greeter, he took all the abuse. You would not believe it. And he had cancer at the time, and didn't say a thing about it to any of his customers, of course. But if you're appreciative for people, I think it really does come back. Oh yeah, once to go to the library and once to get my flu shot. Excuse me. I was supposed to go on Sunday to get my COVID shot, but I had to cancel because this darn infection started up again. This is old cycle of just want to get better, please, 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 please. But I'm grateful that I'm here and I can lay on my right side, communicate in the morning, and have and would be having coffee. Should I have had water? I'll be okay. I get my food delivered and home catered. Oh well, that's good. Yeah, because I mean, it's hard not being cut off. But when you're cut off, and there's extra bitter, you're just putting in your way. That's I don't know. It just seems so difficult to get help nowadays. It really does. I go onto Facebook, the local groups, and they'll start harping on about, oh, this government, they did this, so, the social going back, the social credits did this, and, well, the social credits were actually the liberals. Well, the liberals were actually the conservatives, and in the meantime, there goes my TV, but I'm not gonna get up and turn it off. In the meantime, nothing gets done, and people like seniors, and especially disabled seniors and that, it's like you become invisible. When you reach a certain age, you become invisible. People just, I don't know. Well, I don't understand it, and uh, I maybe you have to reach a certain age to understand that. I always go back to the song by Utah Phillips called "All Used Up," and I have in my videos. I do have a video of him singing that song that I did one year at the Vancouver Folk Festival. In fact, I think it was the last year before he passed away. And that's a man who really got it. I don't know if you know who Utah Phillips is, but he was just a regular at the folk festival for years and years and years. Um, that knew the world, that knew it as it was, it said it as it was, and all he wanted in life was to pass on this knowledge, to pass on, this ideas, and which he did. I'm just hoping that some of us can still leave his wisdom behind. Yeah, Utah Phillips, Bruce, his actual name was. But yeah, a lot of times when I think about the different ethical dilemmas and social dilemmas we have, I do think, what would you still think of this, or what would you just say? Right now, cause he is from Nevada City, California. Right now, I'll guarantee you, Utah Phillips' heart is broken about what's happening south of the border down there in the United States. His heart is absolutely broken because everything that he fought for, and I mean personally fought for, um, is just being stripped away. He was also a member. There was a group of, I guess they were musicians. I don't know if they were all like we used to ride the rails, whatever. The Rose Tattoo. Utah Phillips. Well, there's somebody I can think about and be grateful of knowing in my lifetime. As long as we don't forget him and remember. But yeah, I'm just wondering, maybe that's another thing about becoming an elder or a senior, as you start wondering all these things that were so important that were done during your times or taught or learned or whatever. Is it gonna pass on with this next generation? I really do think that there was a generation or two in there that were totally spoiled. And maybe, yeah, technology was more of a babysitter and not as a good thing as we thought it was at the time. And taking for that firsthand, because I did in the late 1990s run a couple of websites that were specifically for children. And I did feel like a babysitter a lot of the time. Uh, and is that what? Everything. It all ends, y'all. Latchkey kids came to us. Not to talk about science nature for kids, or even toys in that particular. To be just maybe not be alone. Yeah. Still want one of my youngsters, who of course now is in their 30s, still a friend of mine. And it's interesting. But yeah, maybe technology has let them down. I noticed even, one time going out for lunch with my son and his family. At the time, his son was maybe oh, 3, and the daughter, granddaughter was just an infant. But how that phone just occupied his time. It wasn't really a visit with grandma and grandpa. It was just, we're getting food and I'm on the phone. Um, the other two grandchildren, actually, I did babysit them when they were preschoolers. That was pre-tablet time. But I am guilty, as we did use the computer and watch CBBCs, and I have a friend, Emmett Scanlon, at the time, before he was a big actor that he is now. He was doing him and his wife were doing a Pancake the Cat, these little cartoons that they were doing, and I remember showing the kids that. So yeah, I did bring it in. Of course, I was working on the internet then. Didn't see the evils in it, but then those kids. Even now, they're involved in a lot of things. My grandson is a musician. My granddaughter is a wrestler, a high school wrestler. Basically took the championship, beat out the boys even. My little preschool girl has grown up, I tell you. So then they do have other interests, but yeah, I don't know. It's just a different world, which I sure didn't see in 1993 or 5 or whatever it was when we were working on microtac phones at um, Motorola, and we're trying to figure out how can we put the battery in and put the antenna in sort of together to save space with these big phones. No, now our phones are everything's. You know. Ah, Isla says in the U.S. some senior homes have daycares in them, and it's really helping some seniors. They're having children there. Oh, I bet it does, And that's really good because that's a connection that needs to be. Ah, that's a really, really good idea. I can remember when I used to bring my grandson. He was 5 or 6, I guess, when my mother was in the senior home. Oh, he had to be a little bit older. That was 2009. He was born, yeah, 6 or 7. And he just enjoyed going so he could go around and talk to everybody. He got a real kick out of that. So maybe kids have a natural knack. That's for sure. Well, I know, like I've got next door. They have 3 little children. They have a boy about 8 and a girl 6. They just my 2 grandchildren, 2 of my many grandchildren, and they have a little girl about 2. And I just love, they never have to worry about do our children make too much noise. First of all, they don't. But I love hearing the little girl running around and hearing them play, and that's music to the ears. I don't mind. Just like the school, I am close enough to the school that I can hear the playground, the kids playing in the playground. That's all good. So many families, I guess, have become disconnected, mine included. You know, I rarely see family members. The only family member I ever see is my daughter-in-law. She helps us with shopping and stuff. But first of all, everybody's living far away, and like I say, they have busy lives. Their children are involved in different events. My oldest son and his son are both involved in theater. This last week of in a major production in their city, and they're busy. My other son, let's see, his daughter, she's a basketball, volleyball player. Yeah, people busy, busy, busy. But the son, Boa, is martial arts, and who knows? Because that one grandson is a little genius, as is his sister. Only goes to see. But They just got busy lives, and I understand that. Isla says there's a seniors home that was made from an old university, and students attending the new university live rent-free upstairs and volunteer with the seniors and the students. I bet. See, these are really good ideas. These are really good, um, social answers to things. Yeah, it's really very good. It's really good. Those connections. I say it just seems like sometimes we seem disconnected from those generations, and I'm just wondering, is it so? It's not just the technology, but that you can't stop progress, can you? Yeah, it is a good idea. I remember they used to have those adopted grandparent programs for grandparents that in families they paired up, which I thought was good too. Especially this time of the year, because there's a lot of people spending the holidays on their own. And even though you can still keep yourself busy listening to Christmas carols and watching Christmas movies and all, all that stuff. At the end of the day, you still are really on your own. You're still alone. I know, right in my building here, there's going to be that happening. And we used to have. I lived here 9 years now. We used to have before I moved in a sort of game of puzzles room, and I think I think what happened was it was taken in somebody um, trashed it or something, so therefore the door became locked. And yeah, that's just such a shame because I know even in this building there are there's people who lived here since the 1980s in this building. So of course they're older now, and that it would be nice to have that room just to be able to visit each other or even do puzzles again. But then again, it just takes one person to ruin the whole show. Yeah. So do you have any plans coming up there, Ida? Um, Obviously, my plan is I want to sleep, but I know as soon as I try, these people are going to arrive with their noise again. So I'll put up with the noise for the water. Do you have any plans? Oh, or you're going to stay home and just wing it and see what happens? The universe throws your way. Oh, now I'm really hot. I'm going from that, like, I'm really have some like chilly. Oh, it's so cold. So I'm really hot. I think I've got the window open even. Oh, I'm a mess, I'll tell ya. Oh, let's see. My friend Isabel. Oh yeah, Isabel was staying here with you on Boxing Day as she's working the market till Christmas Day. Ah, let's hope we get a weekend like last weekend. That where it was nice and it was decent weather in the weekend, wasn't it? One of the days. I don't know. One day they say it's going to rain for like a week, and then it's nice all day. Oh, and then yesterday, boy, um, that's why I wonder when the manager came in here. Like I said to my husband, "Is it raining outside?" And he said, "Why?" I said, "Because Matt was totally soaked. Like it must have been the I don't know what's going on downstairs. I don't even want to know. It was pretty wet, but at least it's like the clean water coming in. I can remember I was babysitting my grandchildren. They lived on it was the main floor, but it was like I guess it would be like a basement, which is like what's happening downstairs. But the lady upstairs, I don't know where they were from. They're from some place in Africa, and I guess nobody told you don't put your food, your grease, and everything down the sink. So all of a sudden one day we're just sitting there and I'm watching cartoons or something, and the kitchen sink starts erupting like a geyser. And of course, the grandchildren think this is the funniest thing they ever saw, but it was dirty, greasy garbage. It's horrible. I go running upstairs and I tell them, turn your water off. They can't understand what I say because they don't speak English. Oh, what a mess. So yeah, it could have been worse. It could be not clean water. Of course, me with my autism, right away I start thinking when he comes up and he looks under a sink, and of course there's nothing wrong. There's dry, right? Hey, I'm thinking, what if it is something I did? I'm trying to think back. Well, I just washed my dishes, and I'm like, how could it be something I did? But there's the autistic mind at work again, eh? Oh well, not my fault, not my problem. I just have to be patient. At 8 o'clock, the grocery store opens. If I need to, well, I do have some water. I did have some water in the fridge. Not the fridge that I'm worried about. It's not the drinking the water. Put it that way. Oh, yeah. It was really weird because yesterday I thought, well, I'm going to do things early. It's like, I want to have my bath early. To have it this evening and relax and all this. Oh, I did things right, anyways. Oh. But yeah, it does make you wonder what's going to happen next. I swear I should put a camera sometimes in this front window. It just gets so ridiculous. Never mind. You can watch the constant watch of the drug dealer making dirty deals out there. But yeah, like them crawling into the manholes in the dark last night with their flashlights and try to figure out what's going on. I didn't even know you could go down there. And the other thing I was worried about is we're built above an actual mine, a coal mine, like right below us, not too far below us, I believe. This is why they couldn't build any higher. And also next door, there's a parking lot, and it started to bow and sink. But things actually, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying right here. I'm managing my own business. Oh. Well, I did take a look at Netflix last night. Why is it that Netflix there could never be anything new? I mean, I'm playing for just the basic where you get the commercials and everything. Because sometimes when they do get docuseries, they're interesting, but there's just been nothing new. And same thing with Prime. It seems I've watched everything I like to watch. See, I don't watch fiction stuff that much because the way that I think in my neurodiverse brain is always trying to make sense out of things. Now, like this is why I don't mind that lore because it's based on folklore, which I believe folklore are stories that are based somewhat in truth, but also just a way of a culture's way of telling stories, and that's what I'm interested in. But it seems I can't watch these like regular. I like regular. I do like family Christmas movies, so maybe not. But regular movies like these action movies or even dramatic movies, I find like I'll be 15 minutes, 20 minutes in and realizing I'm not paying any attention. I haven't paid any attention. I do know what's going on here, so I probably won't be able to figure it out later. Yet, soap operas I'm okay with, like EastEnders, and I watch EastEnders in Emmerdale. They're not real. Hmm. What am I going to do with my day? I'm trying to think if I should find a movie or something to watch. But yeah, I do like some of those funny Christmas movies. In the family situations, even though they all are predictable, pretty well come out the same. It's gonna be a long day. I was enjoying listening to the Christmas carols and watching the walking tours, though. I'd go back to doing that. I just know I should do that because that way I can wear my headphones and maybe they're noise canceling. I don't know how much you can cancel out of a jackhammer. I guess I don't know what they're going to be using to tear down those walls down below. Oh, of course it has to be. Well, no, it could be worse. It could be my sweet. Ah, that poor girl. Making beef stew. Ooh, I've been making beef stew. I like making stuff in my crock pot, but I don't have anything. Oh, wait a minute. My pension gets deposited today. Well, I have money now. I'll pay my bills, and I won't have money tomorrow. But oh yeah, I like beef stew. But I like making things in my crock pot. I find when I cook, um, when you're cooking, and then you got to eat right after. I lost my appetite. But the crock pot I like because it's nice and it through the day, you know, and then you get really hungry because you're smelling this. But I'm not even on. What am I talking about? I'm not even on solid food yet. I'm still on Boost and Jello. Mine has been knock wood 24 hours since the last IBS attack. So, but I think I'll just stick to that today. Maybe a little bit of plain oatmeal. I'll splurge. Make it an interesting day. But yeah, I love beef stew. That's one of my favorite meals. I think it takes me back because it's comfort food. Something my mom used to make. I think my mom had she made beef stew, spaghetti, which I never liked because I always ended up with the bay leaf. She put a bay leaf in and somehow it would always find its way to me. And I thought it was weird. And she used to make pult, which is a Swedish, like a potato, flour. It's what when you live way in the northern of Sweden, you have a little bit of your reindeer meat get used to the winter, and I loved it. Oh, it was like I cut it like a dumpling, and grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup, and that's all I ever remember her cooking. Oh, wait a minute, Sunday roast. Yeah, that's it. Oh, okay. Alice might go to the dollar store with her friend. She got home from the market today. Yeah, I need to go to the dollar store too, but I can't. I mean, I can't and it's not. It's the thing is, I'm like to the dollar store from here. I'm probably a 2-minute bus ride, but I can't. No, I'm not going to put myself out there because I couldn't get that the COVID shot, and I just know every time I've gone out, like I've only gone out like I say 2 times, and both times it's been a big setback. So probably hubby will go to the dollar store. There's nothing I really need there. I want to get candles. I need candles. I have that problem with I have that problem with my autism in a certain sense and that. So, for instance, cooking. If my husband cooks something, he cooks for himself. People like so I'm not eating. Um, Sometimes I will have to light the candle, or sometimes just smells for the sake of smells. But the pulp mill here, even though the pulp mill doesn't really bother me, but I still well, there's other people, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I need candles. That's it. It's about my candle. And otherwise, I think I'm pretty good. I don't need much. Um, Maybe some more Jello. We'll get some doggy things to put in the empty bark boxes we saved, so we can pull Miles and he can think he's getting a new bark box. Ah, it sounds like you're pretty close to everything, which is good. I have a friend. I have one friend that lives. Her name is Shannon, that lives in Victoria. I kind of know her through the Disability Network. She works at Walmart. She's a greeter there. And then I have two sons actually. I have a son that works. Well, they both work. They're both chefs. They work in a nursing home. And then I have a daughter-in-law and two. Well, I have a stepson, a stepdaughter-in-law, and two step-grandchildren. But we can, they're all grandchildren, right? I've raised my stepson since he was 3, so yeah, actually live in the city there. I haven't been there for years myself, so got to get a car, a reliable car that people don't hate on because it's an XRCMP car. The one thing though, whenever we did drive, people were very courteous on the road and they didn't speed past us. So that was funny. But then, of course, the RCMP got those sort of new SUV type cars now. Yes, yes, I lie. I do consider my stepchildren as my own too. Well, I have one stepson, but yeah. So yeah, actually, my son whose birthday was the other day, he lives in Victoria. I think they work as I don't. Nobody talks to me very often. You get the happy birthday, the happy Mother's Day, and thanks for the happy birthday. Thanks, Mom. You know what I mean? Yeah, and like I say, they have their own lives and that, and especially if you're like me, I haven't got anything to talk about. I don't do anything. Um, most of the time it's too. When I do talk, it's like just to listen. My youngest son, he does. He's not too bad at it. But usually it's to listen to about what's his happening in his job and the family, and that's fine. I like any type of communication; doesn't matter to me. But I think I've had through the years always very busy Christmases where I was always one sort of in charge of the whole rigmarole, getting the food, and the people, and working everything out because like we got divorced people that have children only on certain days and blah 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 blah. Um, that the last few years, well, I guess starting with 2020, and then me breaking my back and other stuff happening and nobody being around really. Being Christmas really quiet at home and. To tell you the truth, I do not miss all the responsibility. And now that I am older, I do have problems with pain and anxiety and stuff. It's not that I don't want to celebrate with other people. It's just one, it's painful and uncomfortable, and I think that's also not fair on everybody else because they're gonna feel obligated because I'm in pain and stuff. But still, it's nice to you don't want to be totally isolated. That's why I want to get this morning chat thing going. Just be nice to there's gotta be people out there just need a connection. I'm gonna work on that. That's in my mind. I'm trying to think of how I can. What I'm gonna have to do is, I not only did we find the camera that we bought on impulse, I did find the one I used to put in the front window here, and I think I'm just gonna have to make like how like Tanya has her journals, and just do the little introductories and little bits at a time like that to reach people because I don't think the lives are going to really do that. Like when I started to understand the analytics and stuff like that, they're fine for people who happen to be passing by, but they're not. They're really warming up the algorithms to sort of pick up the message of the day. And not that there's actually a message. I think this is pretty well. It's always sort of going to be really well. I don't know. Maybe yeah. Today is what is it? Christmas caroling day. Yeah, so there's a topic, but it's not like we're going to spend an hour talking about Christmas caroling. It's like it's what's it? Organic fluid. Oh, too much thinking for too little sleep. But yeah, I haven't done any of the geoguessr. I don't even. Because I don't want to give up. I never give up on anything. I'm in a tournament. I've been in this tournament for a year. I'm not gonna. I mean, I worked my way up to gold level one. I'm not gonna throw it all away. But it's just it's annoying because the only position I can be right now is on my right side. So in order to play the game, I mean, either I look up maps the wrong way, not maps, actually the whole like street views the wrong way. Put my computer on the side. No, either I do that or I spend it's going to take me a couple hours probably for the whole tournament for the week, and I'm going to end up with a sore neck. Why do we have to? Why do these things happen to people when they get older? We should be getting a reward. We shouldn't be getting a punishment. Finally, when you get to the age where you can start thinking about doing the things you want to do, enjoy the things you want to do, and your body's saying, hold on there a minute, lady. I'm going to give. Hey, why don't I put the tens on my neck today? There's an idea. Because I think it's just what it was is, I think I was tense. I was all ready to get into having to do the server change thing. Because I didn't spend too much time. I did my stats 3 times instead of every hour. Every 6 hours yesterday. So that's 3 times. Just trying to figure out how I'm such a sore neck. I can hear my dog crying. He's saying he wants to go outside. I bet he does. Okay, well, I can hear my dog crying, so I guess that's my cue to... Yeah, your old lady brain doesn't... Well, the thing is, my brain is still firing too much. It always has. It's my body that can't keep up. It's so frustrating. Well, I'm hearing my miles. I can hear my dog whining on the other side of the door. So I think I need to go attend to him. I hope he doesn't want to drink water because he's out of luck. I'll have to split it by coffee with him, I guess. My coffee water. So I don't know, maybe I'll try to pop on later. Like I keep on saying I'm going to try different times in the day. But again, it all goes down to the whole pain level thing. And I guess it'll be the noise level thing. Holy cow. I don't even know what's going to come today. So you have a good day. You have a great day. Have a wonderful day. Many blessings come your way. And thank you again for coming by. And explore Tanya. I think, she is addictive. But like me, I started from the very, very beginning. And she's just, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for her. I'll tell you, she's made me feel pretty good. She's made me feel all the feels. So I'm off. See my dog. And I'll talk to you later. Thank you again. Always appreciate you coming by. Always do. And there we go.